One. Hello, and welcome to the first annual Heart Dance Media Day. I'm your host, Heart correspondent Rich Linden. Today, we are delighted to be joined by William Penn University head coach Abby Reynolds and team member Grace Evans. Coach Grace, how you doing today?
We're good. We are gearing up for our annual TP game tonight, where we're going to showcase some of our NAI routines. So we're
I,
super excited.
I heard that. That's amazing. I need to get on your network and check this out. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes, it is. It's a huge tradition here, and it's one of the highlights of basketball season. So to showcase our comp routine is going to be awesome too. So we're very much excited.
Sweet. Well, coach, tell me about preseason so far. How's it going? And how excited are you to get into the middle of the season?
I am very excited. We kind of have like two different comp seasons because in Iowa, we have our state routines that we did in December. So that was kind of like the big hype. And then we had Christmas break. So it's nice to get back and kind of just really focus on NAIA. I do love our mix. It is a Sierra mix, and the costumes are perfect for it. And we're getting some rhinestoning done. But I think the girls are making very good progress. We're all really working together. Especially I was out last week sick. So coming back, it was my first day back on Monday, and to see all the progress they have made and really working together, making sure everything's executed. I'm very excited to put this out on the floor.
Sweet. Love it. Well, let's talk about this person sitting next to you. Introduce us to Grace and tell us, what does she mean to this year's team?
She means a lot. She's a sophomore on our team. She is very hardworking. She's very dedicated, and that's been since day one when she joined our team last year. Right now, she is suffering a little bit of an injury. So for our first comp, she is out, but we are excited to get her back after that, and have her throughout the rest of the season to even help the dance even more. She adds kind of some, I don't know, I want to say pizzazz. Her facials are very good, and she brings a lot of energy. So I think that will add even more as we get more and more into our season.
Awesome. Grace, how hard is it to sit on the sidelines and you're like at practice and stuff?
It's been a rough, but we're
Yeah.
getting through it, and I'm just glad that I can still support my team.
And you'll be back.
And I know that they support me, even though it might be. But yeah.
Well, you'll be back in time for the big heart competition as we plow through. So tell me this, Grace, what is it about competitive dance that you love so much, and how did you get to this point?
Well, I've danced my whole life since I was like 3, and I just
Whoa.
always and I did competitive dance growing up since about like middle school, and just at the end of high school, I couldn't imagine giving up dance. And so I figured out a way to keep going. And I don't know, just something about it. Like a lot of times when you're growing up, it's very individualized scoring. But in college, it's all about being a team and dancing as one. And I think I really like that aspect because you get to meet new people and you get to really learn who they are and how they dance and be able to connect with them on a way that a lot of people really don't understand unless they are also a dancer.
Well, Grace, you bring up a very good point, and it's not just about hitting your mark in the choreography. It's about the chemistry of the team and that bonding of the team. So tell me a little bit about that. What do you and your teammates do off the competition floor to help with that? Is it parties? Is it community service? What are you doing?
We do a lot of like things within the school. Like we do a lot of community service just to help with the community and the school, like I said. But we also like to just hang out and do whatever. At the beginning of the season, when we first moved here back to the school year, we usually get together and we rhinestone our team shoes as kind of like a sort of team bonding. And we just get super close doing random stuff. I would say we definitely get closest during comp season when we're spending almost every day during the week together, and then along with travel weekends and just spending time in like the hotel rooms and on the buses is really when we connect and just make all of our little jokes that continue throughout the whole year with us.
Awesome. Well, you were talking about TP night tonight. it kind of goes along with all of William Penn, that campus community. They're so solid, and how much does it mean to you to get this much support from student athletes, from your soccer team and your basketball team? Tell me a little bit about that.
I really love it. Personally, growing up, I graduated from a super small high school. And so coming to a relatively smaller college where everyone still supports everyone and you can see, like, you can't walk around campus without seeing one person you know by name. And even if you have to stop them, you still know a little bit about them. But I just really like how I can really almost talk to anyone because they've all are just here and they see everything that you go through, whether it's an injury or like a huge success or anything in between.
Awesome. Coach, you've been around the Heart Conference for a while, competed at Baker, coaching at William Penn. Tell me a little bit about the Heart Conference. What separates it in terms of dance competition as a conference from other conferences in the country?
I think the kind of going along with you're talking about support here at William Penn, I very much think in the heart there is support. Yes, we're all kind of competing against each other, to be that number one spot, to get to regionals, nationals, but there's very much a support line. Like I do have various coaches in the heart that I can call and just ask for advice. And that means a lot to me because when I got to William Penn, I will say I was kind of deer in the headlights lost. And Stacy from Grandview, Lindsay from Baker were very helpful in helping me just know the ins and outs of the comp world, but also just coaching advice in general. And so I think that's what makes the heart stand out is that we support each other even though we're competing against each other.
That's amazing, Coach, because I feel like the Heart Conference is one of the most talented, most competitive conferences in terms of dance. The talent, the teams, the squads, the choreography, it's incredible. And I see a lot across the country. So the fact that you're so supportive of each other at the same time is a real testament to the conference and to all of you coaches. That's awesome. So let me talk about this. You mentioned a little bit how you have this split season, the dynamic of your schedule. Tell me about the format of duels. How does that work this season? It's different than other seasons, right?
Um, Kind of. It just depends. Like I feel like in the first couple years we competed, duels were more used as to get another comp in because you have so many comps before regionals and conference. But I think duels are becoming a bigger thing. Like next weekend we are going to Concordia University in Seward, Nebraska, and it's
Okay.
called duels. So we do compete against just one team in our duels, multiple, like we have 2 rounds, but then we get to see so many other teams from not just our conference but from other conferences. So I think it's they're awesome. That's probably the smoothest competition we've ever been to, but it just kind of shows the competitiveness throughout the whole NAIA and that we can go up against not only Heart schools, but where we match up with other schools that aren't in our conference either.
So Grace, tell me about your entering into competition season. Tell me about the different styles of dance your teams works with for choreography, and do you have a favorite?
Um, so with working with choreography, we focus a lot on like more ballet and technical stuff because that's where it comes down to. Step one is the technique. Doesn't matter what kind of dance you're doing, you need to know to lengthen through your toes and your knees and all that. And so I think that really helps us. And then we do hip hop and pom and jazz all within like the 3.5-ish minutes of our dance or
Wow.
however long it might be. And I think just knowing the different aspects, because once that music changes, you can feel the different mood and you need to almost change your body language just because there's a big difference from a pom music to a jazz music. And just knowing how you can change your technique to be able to match the music really helps us in that aspect, especially when we work on it through preseason and all that.
So, Coach, tell me about your goals. What's it going to take to prepare for the Heart Championship this year?
I think our biggest goal is to get obviously any goal for us is to get the scores because you want to shoot for that national, the nationals, you want to go for that. But I think our biggest goals is keeping our energy throughout the whole routine. That's a huge goal for us, because it's going to really help with the judging. And then also just executing this routine. It is Sierra. She has some funky, like, I don't know, just really good upbeat songs, and you get to feel the music. I'm really excited just to execute this to its like best point. Like, even if it's not the first comp, by we get to conference and regionals, like I just want it to be executed to the point that I know my girls can get to.
Well, now you have me super excited. I can't wait to see that energy, to see the routine. Hey, thank you, Coach Grace, for coming on today, participating in Media Day. Good luck for the rest of the season. We'll see you soon.
Yes, we'll see you at Baker.
Thank you.